Red Pill representing Know the Ledge, one half of the Twin Pillars. I am here rocking with Crumb TV.
Now you are watching Crumb TV.
You can find me on Crumb TV.
You can catch me on Crumb TV.
This is Chief Kalanago here at Crumb TV.
I am Joy Allen of the Memoirs of a Karmic Dynasty in the Crumb TV studio.
Honored to be on your program, brother.
Peace.
Peace.
Crumb TV.
Peace to the divine family. I'm your humble guest and current resident, Crip Jesus. And we got a special one for you today. It's called, Is Young Pharaoh a Troll? But before I get started, I want to make sure that you all know coming up on June 16th through June 18th is the Juneteenth Retreat. Crumb TV presents the Juneteenth Retreat, starring the Minister of Information, MOI, in the house. Tickets can be purchased at crumbtv.info/events. For vendor and sponsor information, contact crumbtvads@gmail.com, and it will be in Orlando, Florida. Orlando, Florida this summer? Oh, y'all got to be there for that. It's going to be nothing but straight fire. We got MOI, we got Crumb TV, we got a bunch of people. We got the big old mansion. Yeah, that part. We started with 11 tickets. We are currently down less than 9. So hurry up and get your tickets ASAP, okay? Now, today we're talking about a young man that's well known throughout the conscious community as Young Pharaoh. And we're asking the question, is he a troll? Now, to my knowledge, when I first was heard about this dude, I was told that his name was Young Pharaoh Allah. That would make him part of my family. So I took a little interest, like, what's going on here? So I had to bring another one of the Allah families here to do our investigation on this man right here. So without further ado, I bring to y'all All on the Business TV, known personally to me as Truth Allah, the God.
Peace.
Peace, God.
Peace to the
What's
God.
going on, Lord? Oh, man, I'm just chilling, man. You know, I've been hearing a lot about this man for years, and I just couldn't even. I don't got too much good to say from what I've heard. You feel what I'm saying? So I just want to bring a second opinion. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't got too much good or bad to say. You know, brother.
Huh?
You know. So
artwork right there.
I'm gonna start from one of the earlier things that kind of threw me off. Peace to God. Well, before we even start, let me holler at the people real quick. You know, you can find Crib Jesus at cribjesus.com. You can find Crib Jesus at Instagram at Holy Crib Jesus, at HOLYCRIPJESUS. You can find Crib Jesus on Twitter at Crib Jesus Blue God, CRIPJESUSBLUGOD. And God, would you like to let them know where they can find you?
Yeah, y'all can tap in with me on Instagram, All on the Business TV. Tap in with me on YouTube, AOB TV. Yeah, I got some other stuff too. I just need to memorize it like you got your. I need to write it down and stuff.
Where's the God? Yeah, you already
Twitter
know.
and all that. So the next time I'm here, I'll make sure I drop the Twitter and the little TikTok and all that. Y'all can follow me on TikTok. I'm gonna start dropping some business stuff on there.
We want to give a big shout out to Crumb TV for letting us up here to do this, and we're going to get it started right now. Is Young Pharaoh a troll? That's the question.
Hey, real tone, there's some real money in the room.
So my advice to Benex would be, if you're going to get out here and really be for the youth, even though I don't with the Nation of Islam for the reasons I've stated, on top of the fact I did the #1 documentary on Malcolm X in the world, it was #1, and I exposed how Elijah Muhammad was he got a 16-year-old pregnant 3 times and got them other girls pregnant. Nobody want to talk about that. But outside of all of that, even if you want to rep the NOI, even though I highly disapprove, right? Be your own man. You know what I'm saying? Be your own man, like Khalid Muhammad. Khalid Muhammad was in the NOI, but he was his own man. He wasn't Malcolm. There's plenty of he didn't say that he didn't agree with that nobody liked, but he was his own man. Be Ben X from the NOI, not that that's running under this, because all this do is start all day and then get on camera and try to play innocent. And that's one of my biggest issues with a lot of black conscious people. I'm gonna bring this name up too. Another I got into it with down here in Houston, Umar Johnson. You feel what I'm saying? I got into it with Umar Johnson because, and mind you, the crazy thing is about Umar, I went to one of Umar's lectures when I first got out of jail. One of my peoples took me, I ain't gonna say her name, but she took me in this lecture, and I'm asking him legitimate questions. He thought I was a troll or a heckler because he ain't expect me to be that smart. And he was like, man, I thought you was a heckler, man. You so smart. I'm like, no, I'm just asking you questions about your school. You throwing questions out talking about you building a school. So I'm asking you infrastructure-based questions. And then he did it. Now, he didn't know that I was Young Pharaoh. He didn't know that. He thought I was just his crowd. So he did a lecture down here in Houston. And they asked him, what you think about Young Pharaoh? And he was like, he the dirtiest in the game. Dirtiest young in the game. Now, my thing is, I'm like,
why did he say that?
You asked him. Why would you hate on the young?
Because he usually gives an explanation.
Why would you hate on the young? I don't know, hating on the young. I'm going to just be honest with you. Hating on the young, bro. Just do it all the time. Hating on the young niggas. Old football players hate on young football players. Old rappers hate on young. He hating on the young up and coming. But the thing is, he never made the distinction that you trying to diss me. You got everybody in your lecture laughing at me, but you don't even realize that I'm the same young man that just came and supported you when you came to Rochester, New York, 45 minutes from my city.
Right.
But you trying to play me though. But you don't even realize I just came and showed you some love. So I said to say this is the same reason I don't f with them is the same reason I don't f with Umar or none of them, because they all been trying to play me and disrespect me behind the scenes all of these years when I ain't one of them. I was gonna say I never said nothing about you, but I legitimately never said nothing about none of them. They've been trying to dog me and rag me, and I'm up now. I'm not with y'all. It just is what it is. I remember everything y'all all said about me all of these years. I would never with y'all ever, never, never, never. And I want to say this about the NOI too. I was in LA with K Cola before me and her fell out over the, and I ran into two from the NOI, and they didn't want to fight. And they said it was Gucci, and they shook my hand. So I said to say this, my beef with the NOI is squashed. Don't nobody try to resurrect it. You feel what I'm saying? But I said that to say this, I just want to let the world legitimately know why we got into it. Because we live in a world where people start, but everybody gets mad at the victim. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how the that happened, so I can go outside right now and just slap a random person, but when he hit me back, everybody get mad at him. I can start disrespecting people in here, but when they start disrespecting me back, y'all get mad at them. So it's like, I just want to let the world know I'm not a young firecrackery man who shouldn't have any power or responsibility. I'm not somebody that just be starting or abusing my power. I just want to let y'all know they started with me. The NOI started with me.
Well, I want to say, I think the comments from you about the NOI a little irresponsible, because when you tell Ben X to be more like Khalid Muhammad, who named his son after Farrakhan, brother Farrah Gray, it's like, you know, he was kicked out for his comment. So you basically telling him to get kicked out of an organization that he loves.
I hear that. And great point. I don't want what I said to be misconstrued, right? Great point. So let me be detailed. When I say that, right?
And I only bring that up because you brought up brother Khalid.
You are right. You the host, and you're doing a great job. Look, this is how you know this is a good host. He listening to what I'm saying. So with that being said, my comment there is just be your own man. Be your own man. And as far as Khalid Muhammad, I'm going to show you the lecture I did, because when Khalid Muhammad went to jail, Farrakhan wrote the judge on Khalid. Wrote the judge on him. And man, listen, I got so much on Farrakhan. He wrote the judge on Khalid. How you write the judge on your man? How you out here, and even if you didn't like Khalid, right? How you write the judge on him trying to get him extra time? How you do that? I got the actual news article that he wrote from back then. So I say that about Khalid. That's another thing they don't know about Khalid. You know what I'm saying? And they also say that NOI Biggie Smalls. That's in the documentary too. His bodyguard said that. The same bodyguard that was P. Diddy bodyguard that said he caught him and Ja Rule in the room with sex toys. So I got everything you need for Farrakhan. If Farrakhan could come sit right here, I'll show it to it. He wrote it. But with that being said, I just want to say that that's why I don't with him. Other than that, I'm not getting up head hunting for Nation of Islam. They came over here and didn't realize I was the #1 researcher in the country, and I around and got all the skeletons out their closet. But it's squashed, according to them. And anybody watching this video, leave it squashed. Leave it squashed. But that's why I don't with them.
So there was another comment you made that I wanted to hint on.
Yes, sir.
Apparently, you don't consider yourself a part of the conscious community.
Yes, sir.
However, a lot of us, what's the podcast called?
Sinetta.
Sinetta. A lot of us know you originally from being featured on Sinetta's podcast.
Yes, sir.
Believe in New York. You know what I'm saying? With
yes, sir.
Brothers from the conscious community. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, why don't you consider yourself a part of the conscious community? You know, what's your relationship with the conscious community via Brother Sinetta? Yeah.
The couch.
I got a hell of a story for you, champion. But he tried to play me on a contract, and Brother Polite scammed me. I almost had to shoot Brother Polite ass to get my money back.
What?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have a story for you. So this is what happened. This is how I got involved with the conscious community. Now, once again, I want to reinstate. I'm an Atenist. I'm an Atenist. That's the Egyptian form of Buddhism. Most people are not aware of that, as I'm on my journey to reestablish Egypt as a global empire. So I just, for latent terms, say I'm a Buddhist. Now, I had like 30, 40,000 subscribers on YouTube. And I did a lecture called, I did like a 4-part series or something called the 76 Trillion Year History of the Black Race or something like that. It's actually still on my university now. Sinetta jumped in my comments and was like, hey man, could you come give this presentation on my platform? Now, to me at the time, I'm fresh out of prison. I don't know shit about this man like that. All I know is it's a lot of black, seemingly educated people here. So to me, I felt like, well, perfect. It'd be the perfect opportunity for me to showcase who the fuck I am. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So boom, he invited me to give the lecture. He invited me to get his presentation called The Bible is Based Off Astrology. Now, it was that, and then also I had a friend who I believe he's passed away now. His name is we go by Authority. His name was Robert Kirkland. He was a God body from Brooklyn, New York. Now, I met him in Wyoming.
What's a God body?
Like, how can I explain it? People that believe God is within they self, like basically like Wu-Tang Clan back in the day, God, body, arm, leg, arm, head, peace, God, what's the science, what's the days, mathematics. You never heard all of that?
No.
Oh, 5%er. You ever heard of a 5%er?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a God body.
Yeah, I know Christians also believe that God is within them and they're, you know.
Yeah, it get intricate.
Say he's a God.
Hey, real tone, there's some real money in the room.
I don't even know where to begin with this. I had to take notes, guys. It was that bad. I thought I was gonna watch the video and laugh and just freestyle off the top of my head how I felt.
Hey.
That shit was so deep. I had to take notes.
I started laughing a lot, but I laughed hard when he said he was an Atenist. You know what I thought about, right?
What?
He's an Atenist walking around with that sword. Homie, you listen. You better start walking around with that sword, bruh. He ain't gonna be no Atenist. He gonna be a shotness. he gonna get shot in his head. somebody gonna walk around with a damn sword, man. Don't do that, man.
For real.
Oh man,
hey,
that's
he gonna be a straight shotness. But look,
what's going on with this brother?
This will trip me up about the oddness. He said he's an oddness. It's the Egyptian form of Buddhism or something. What did he say?
The Egyptian form of Buddha. I mean, people pull and grab a lot of things out of the sky.
Everybody knows that Atenism, that's a real thing, came from Pharaoh Akhenaton.
Okay.
See, he worse than the white man. He gonna take our own knowledge. We got statues of this dude, records of Akhenaton doing this. He wants to give it to Buddha now. This dude is out of control. Okay.
Well,
I heard him say, I heard everyone he named, he said he got into it with. That was very interesting. Like the whole first 6 minutes, every time he named someone, he said, before I got into it with her, before I got into it with him, I was over here.
Yeah, like, I guess he's like one of them picky type people that he pick and choose how people should act, and if they don't act the way he want them to act, he don't mess with them. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he got a problem with the whole conscious community. He said, "That's what he said."
My thing is, it's math. Like if you get into it with everybody, it might be you. You know, if it's 5 people, you get what I'm saying, in a row, you might want to reevaluate what you got going on. You feel me?
That's the science of working together, working with other people, and not judging people off certain things when you're just trying to get a common cause going. You know what I'm saying? You got to operate for a common cause, and as long as y'all not breaking that up and messing the common cause up, then ain't nothing to say. He judges a lot of people.
It's the new age of digital kings. So back in the day, you had to actually get along with people and be popular in real life to be a boss or a king or anything of admiration. Now you can sit behind a computer and just scream names and say weird stuff, and you probably could never get along or fit into a social. I'm not gonna say fit in, but I'm saying like the grand stature that you have behind this camera and this keyboard. Right. It's obviously not translating into your normal everyday life. You don't get along with anybody.
Right. And then he said he ran up on the NOI brothers. I mean, did he run up on some FOI brothers? Because that's the real. I mean, if it's going to be somebody to run up on, you should run up on the FOI. And if you're trying to get, if you really want to fight or something, because there's some brothers in the FOI that know how to get down. But at the same time, brothers ain't about, violence and all that towards one another, especially just on a down to earth basis, everyday stuff. So it's like, even that right there, just a threat to people's safety and all that. Then, he says things. It's like, man, I don't know, man. It's like if
that's why I put this Young Pharaoh a troll, because it's like for you to have such a name and such exposure and experience within the conscious community and act like this, it seems like to me like he's trolling, like he's trying to get views. He's doing what saying and doing whatever. Like it's strange. He said he squashed the beef with the NOI, but then he said, don't nobody resurrect it. And he turned right around and spent the whole entire video resurrecting it. I mean, he literally picked apart everyone. He said that he put a body on them, bro. He put a body on them. He literally just snitched on the camera.
And that's why I say a lot of these people, they them people. They them people, man. You know what I'm saying? And anybody that tell you how to do something, if they listen, somebody can tell you what, right? The what of things, like this is what this means, this is what that means. But if they tell you how to use what you know, you got to really watch them, man. Sometimes you got to walk with them personally, man. Just watching somebody on the camera and then they telling you, oh, my life is all good. You don't know what they living like behind that camera.
Bro, he literally said sex toys. Like, this is no exaggeration. He
does what? He
said sex toys. You heard it?
Yeah, I mean, listen, man.
He said sex toys in the honorable, I ain't gonna say his name, in the same sentence. I'm like, what is he doing here?
Listen, he broke a lot of little cardinal rules right now. Them is cardinal rules, bro. You don't speak like that about the minister, bro. Listen, you know why? Because I don't care what's going on. But listen, forget about what's going on behind them closed doors. When he step outside, he do his thing for a reason. Now, if it's for his group of people, I ain't mad at him. Do it for your group of people. Get your money. You know what I'm saying? I'm not hating on nobody that came out of this system we coming out of. And that's what people need to understand. You motherfuckers be hating, and that's why I say the motherfuckers be like, I hate to say it, the police, man. These like little police officers. They're trying to steer you in the wrong direction, because they see you in the conscious community starting to float towards something intelligent. And now you run into a person like this who ain't got nothing good to say about the other people in different parts of the community.
Like a plant, basically. I guess that's what you're saying. Like, so when you come from the 85er trying to get to the 5 and you learning, you're growing, you run into these type of people. They, you sitting somewhere in the corner smoking weed all day saying, did you know this? Did you know that? He's a this, he's a that. Ooh, this spooky. I call them, what do they call? Conspiracy peddlers.
I mean, in the streets, we would call that a short stopper. He's short stopping, right? You on the way to see the man. You on the way to see the dope man.
Yeah. And
before you could get to him, it's another person on the corner short stopping the money. Come on, man. That's him.
What was up with the Biggie thing, though? Like, that didn't even have nothing to do with nothing. There's nothing back in that. Would you watch some documentaries and just ran with that? Like, you wasn't even alive back then.
Yeah, and he got to be careful speaking on things that he may not know what. You feel what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you put yourself out there, you say something like that, it's on camera. Even the dude was questioning him and his integrity. Like, you say you're not part of the conscious community, but you got put on by Sinetta. And Sarnetta is like
the interviewer couldn't even let him rest on that. He said, "Nah, bro, you're not keeping it 100 right now."
Yeah, because he's trying to. I'm telling you, in person, you never know how people act in person, bro. I know some people, but I ain't gonna say no names. But some people that you may see on the cameras and all that, when you see them in person, they move a little bit different than you may think. You know, they're not like your friends out there.
Hey,
they're not like normal people.
You ever heard him called Young Pharaoh Allah?
No. I heard him just say something about the gods or whatever, but he was trying to play it like he didn't know what it was a 5%er. He was like, "Oh, what is it called?" Yeah. I seen how he did that.
I heard he used to be called Young Pharaoh Allah. Matter of fact, I don't want to lie, but I want to say, since we just talking freely anyway, like he is, I seen Young Pharaoh Allah like typed up on the screen or written down or something. I seen that, and I can stamp that at some point I witnessed him being called Young Pharaoh Allah. He was pushing that, and if you think about it, it makes sense because where did he get this type of access? Everybody that you meet that has a certain level of awareness beyond just intelligence, just certain information that you got to be given is not out there, right? When you meet these people, they've come through some school of thought, or they have some mentor from a school of thought or something. So him going to jail and getting out, or prison and getting out with all this knowledge, wisdom, understanding via the gods would make sense. Even if he met him in the street, prison, wherever. But to downplay it and take the Allah off the name, and I don't mess with this, I don't mess with that, then you indirectly shooting up the nation because you shooting that NOI all day. Like, I just look at it like sellout. No, I know. I look at it like feminine. No, like feminine energy. Like you're mad, so I'm gonna burn the whole house down. Wah. No masculine energy, right?
In other videos, he said that the black woman is God. So it's just like he's definitely not one of this. He's not this. He's not this. He said the black woman is God and all that. And I'm not here to debate none of you beautiful black sisters out there. It's level to women. It's levels to men. You know, you got a boy, right? You got a prince. You got a man. You got a king. Then you got the God.
Exactly. Well, check this out.
Hold on. Then you got the father. You feel what I'm saying? The father. And listen, some people don't have babies.
Exactly.
You
now
know
check this out.
Peace to the God.
However you define it, let's go to this. This how he defines it. You thought that was where we was gonna stop.
Yeah,
this trolling is the reason I put troll. See him talking all emotional is not what made me ask, is he a troll? Because there's a lot of emotional talk going on amongst the males of this generation. A lot of them get mad. Let me tell you this story, or you said that, I say this. That didn't surprise me. That's common amongst these internet new age people. This is the one that kind of shocked me right here.
Nah, I think that y'all are not aware of certain shit.
And see, I
got abducted before by extraterrestrials.
What?
Do you believe that? Look me in my eyes.
What the fuck? No,
look me in my
absolutely
eyes.
fucking not, because you're still here on the internet raising hell.
Look me in my eyes.
No.
And tell me I'm lying.
You're lying.
That's the problem. I'm aware of something you're not. We're gonna see though.
What's up with your tongue? Why you always doing your tongue like this?
I don't know, part of my personality. I like to flick my tongue out. Part of my swag, part of my micro expression. I don't know.
Okay.
But I'm aware of something I'm aware of shit.
So tell me what happened when you were abducted. Before we move on.
I told your story like 5 times already.
Okay, I haven't heard this particular story.
Okay,
I'm sure my viewers haven't heard it.
Right now.
Okay, tell me.
I was on a table, and my body was on the table.
Okay.
And I was on a ship, and it was all metal, like a spoon. And I was looking down on my body, and my body was like chest down. I was looking at the back of my head, and there was some beings operating on my 33rd vertebrae, and it felt like it felt like when you take 2 wires and you touch them. And they kept going like that with my nerve. I don't know what it was. Don't have me get the line. But it was right here. And I could look all around me, but I couldn't look to the right. It was a being right here to the right. But it didn't look like me or you. I don't know what the fuck it was.
Okay.
But it was whatever it was a masculine being. And it was talking to me telepathically. And they told me it was the captain of the ship. This is a true ass story. And they told me it was the captain of the ship. And I asked the being, like, it wouldn't identify itself though. When I asked specific questions like, where you from? It didn't answer. And I asked him like, what you doing? Where are you doing to my body? And it was like, we fixing you. And the being asked me for my permission. I gave him my permission. And then it kept touching, it kept going like this with my spine. And I kept feeling my pain increase. And I remember I was just gritting my teeth like, and it was, they say they were strengthening my nervous system so that I could channel. And I believe that, because I do channel. But it was clicking me like this. And I remember the pain was increasing and the being kept communicating with me like, are you okay? Can we keep going? I kept saying, yeah, I could take it. And I was trying to be tough and take the pain. I remember the pain got so excruciating, I just came back to my body and he brought me back.
Do you believe that maybe you probably
Hell no, that wasn't.
had a hallucination due to all the books you were overloading your mind with? All right, Winos, I am so sorry to interrupt this exclusive program, but if you want to see the extended version of this interview, you're going to have to stop and subscribe to my website, TashaKLive.com. There you'll find more raw, in-depth, uncensored, okay? There's no blocking. You can say whatever you want to say, and no platform can tell us to take it down over there. And because I love y'all so much,
I don't even know where to start with this one.
He cut Sister Tasha K. She was, hey. Listen, I don't know where to start either. That little commercial had me rolling. Hey, she was blinking all slow and shit. She was like,
look, this is what's crazy about this, right? This is classic conscious community troll, right? I hate to do it to y'all, but I gotta bring up the other name. A lot of people love this man, but he did it too. Dr. York wrote that book, man.
He said Dr. York.
Maybe he wrote that book, Man from Planet Risk or something. He wrote a book about how he was extraterrestrial. And he came from another planet and all this stuff. Even though everybody knew he was from Brooklyn, everybody was hanging out with him, grew up with him right there in Brooklyn, right there in Medina. You know.
All right. Hey, sometimes I just think these type of motherfuckers is like, they want somebody to drink the juice. Like one day they're gonna pass around the cups. Everybody get some of this punch right here. Okay, now this is my homemade punch right here. It's the best you ever gonna have in your life. And they drink that juice, and he say, "All right, now we about to go up and see the aliens."
I mean, the thing is, it's like, I don't like the way he hop around from subject to subject. Like, if we want to talk about extraterrestrials, whatever, okay, like, why are you just hopping out of nowhere with that? This was a conversation about his baby mama and them. And the problem was that he's been all abusive with these women, or allegedly or whatever. He's been doing all this crazy stuff with these women, and he don't want to talk about it. So he want to talk about he got abducted by the airplane.
Well, you know, he volunteered the information. See, this is the thing, right? In the court of law, you got the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do shall be held against you. And that's
part.
that. It's just incriminating evidence. Like even the lady said it. When you play a little bit further, part of that interview we was watching.
No, that's what I'm saying. So we got
like
Biggie.
The lady said it.
Hey. We got Biggie. We got sex toys.
No, he's telling on his cell phone at that. You know the old school saying. You know the old school saying. If you tell on yourself, we know you're gonna tell on everybody else.
Say it. Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Something ain't right. Something ain't right, bro.
Peace to the guys. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna drag this out too long, y'all. We just wanted to stop by today, you know, and ask y'all. Let us know down in the comments. Do y'all agree? Is Young Pharaoh a troll? You can let them know where they can reach you at, guy. We finna get up out of here.
Oh man, all on the business TV, ALB TV, YouTube, all on the business TV, Instagram. Y'all holla at me, man. Go follow my page. I got some sauce coming. Listen, I got some sauce coming. We got some sauce coming. So let me say it like that. Peace to Crumb TV. Peace to the God Crip Jesus. We out of here.
Peace to everybody. You looking for me, you already know. Crip Jesus everywhere. You can Google it. You can Yahoo it. You want to go on Instagram at HOLYCRIPJESUS. That's Holy Crip Jesus. Twitter, Crip Jesus Blue God, CRIPJESUSBLUGOD. And yes, we are coming to you live from Crumb TV.
You are now watching Crumb TV.
You're watching Crumb TV.
This is Prema Osset in Los Angeles, Leimert Park, and you are now watching Crumb TV.
You are watching Crumb TV.
We're watching Crumb TV.
You are now watching Crumb TV. So subscribe.
I am the Grand Sheikess, Unity Temple number 80, More Science Temple of America, and you are watching Crumb TV.
Yo, this is that kid 179. You're now watching Crumb TV.
Crumb TV.
Crumb TV. Yeah, that's